Good morning. Let's play some chess. 15 minutes, 10 seconds increments. There we go. And we're playing Great Wall Liu with the white pieces from Singapore. Cool. And now we are a little under 1300 after that tough loss from yesterday. Okay. And we are playing the Italian. Yeah, that is what we are playing. This is just still. I don't know if it's theory, but these are moves I want to play, like d3, bishop back, castles. At some point I want to play h3. He's going to bring the knight out. And I'm going to transfer that knight to here. So things like that. And the move order gets a little messed up. Let's get a little bit messy now. Now if he attacks my bishop, the pawn is hanging, so I can take that pawn. I want to play d3 and I want to play h3. If the knight comes in, so if I play d3 and the knight comes in for a little bit of fried liver action, I can actually castle right into it. I don't think that's a big problem, right? I mean, worst case scenario, I sacrifice my rook for 2 pieces. That's not the worst. Now these pawns are protected, so it's time to retreat the bishop. I really don't want to lose that for the knight. An equal trade is fine, but I prefer not to. Yeah, so I'm not taking it. I can recapture with the queen, so I think at this moment I can just finish my development by castling. I think that's the most simple thing to do. And if he wants to trade, well, we can pre-move that. That's not a problem. The Giuoco Pianissimo. Well, I've played it now a couple of times, and it's. I think it's a tough opening. It's not that easy, and what I found difficult from this opening or these positions is to, figure out some good middle plan action. Now what I'm noticing is that this knight is only be defended by that bishop. it's not threatening anything. Yeah, it can take the pawn. I will just take back. So what if I take that bishop, remove the defender of the knight, pawn will recapture. But there's nothing I can do with that knight that is real dangerous. There's no good discovery. I cannot take that pawn. That would be awesome. Let me think about it. I can try to kick the knight out. It has to go back. Yeah, so takes. Yeah, and then what? I can hop my knight in, but that's just stupid. That doesn't make any sense. I can go here, and that's more forcing. Then I'm attacking the bishop twice. So I would assume that the bishop will take. And then I have options. Of course, I can take back, but then I'm not attacking the knight anymore. Now, on the other hand, what I'm noticing, if I take the bishop, he will probably recapture with the pawn. I can come in with the knight, and I'm attacking that pawn, and I'm attacking the knight, like a discover attack. Now, what can the knight do? The knight can hop in. Yeah, but then I will just take it. Is that a good plan? Takes, looks forcing. And who's going to protect the pawn and the knight at the same time? I don't know. Let's see how that works out. Let's see what our opponent has in store for us. Well, you can maybe castle. Well, then I will take the pawn. That's going to be a fork. Yeah, so he retreats the knight because it was hanging. But now I want to take that pawn, and I will. And the benefit of doing that is that I'm also attacking the bishop, which is a nice byproduct. He cannot castle. I'm attacking the pawn. Yeah, so I think at this moment I just take that bishop. That also messes up his structure a little bit. And yeah, let's do that. And now we are just up a pawn. I can develop my bishop here, but that allows him to castle. But that's not really a problem. I can activate my knight. That is important. Yeah, I need my knight into the game. You can maybe sacrifice the pawn there for tactical ideas. I can also try to open it up right now. That's also what I can try to do. Maybe that's an idea. Maybe I pin the knight, he's going to castle, and then I can open it up here. Is that an idea? It's not the worst idea in the world. Maybe I do that. Maybe I will. And what if he attacks me? And I think I will just go back. Yeah, I will just do that maneuvering thing. Pressuring the pawn. Yeah, let's do that. And I'm inclined to open it up here. And well, wait a minute. Here takes. Well, he doesn't have to take, of course. He can do different things. But if I take, he can take with the queen attacking my bishop. I think that the better way to do this is just to bring the knight. Keep that pin for now. Yeah, something like that. Maybe we can even go for some attack. Imagine that my knight lands here. That's a really nice place for my knight. And he has two weaknesses. Well, this one is quite easy to defend. I would not consider this as a weakness. Pushing now is not an option. I can just take it. Maybe even getting the knight here is not that crazy of an idea, actually. It applies pressure on the pawn. It's a difficult decision. Do I want my knight here or here? Or do I want my knight here? Maybe. But that requires some... It's possible. It is possible. It's possible to get my knight there. But it requires a couple of moves. I need to move the rook. Is there an other way to get here? No. I have to come from here, here, or here, or here, but that's not possible. So he attacks my bishop. Yeah, so I will keep the pin. He can launch all his pots, but that creates a huge amount of weaknesses. I'm not sure if my opponent wants to do that. Of course, he's free to do so, but that's quite a commitment. Okay, so he moves out of the pin. But now this pawn has no defenders. Here. I'm considering... I could also go here. Maybe that's more sneaky. And then I can bring that bishop back. Where do I want my knight? Somehow it feels more safe to have it in front of my king. Yeah, I think it will give me the most amount of options, but here I don't know what he can do. Maybe he goes there with the knight, or maybe here, protected by the queen, trying to, I don't know, do something over there. Yeah, let's go here. We have chosen a place to go. This is also something I need to be aware of, that is an option. Maybe in that case I will bring my queen up. Also, what I'm noticing now is that pawn is a little bit weak. So this is maybe a good response on the knight move. Then I can swing my rook over, just to make sure everything is protected. And then I can do my bishop maneuver, I can kick the knight out, and I can start targeting that pawn. Okay, he's piling up on that pawn, which is actually not a crazy idea. Now I can go here with the bishop, and if he takes, I will take back, the rook will come in, but I will have then that pawn to be captured, but this can be easily defended, of course, by the rook. In that case, maybe I have to bring the knight back, just to make sure that is protected. It's quite annoying. So here, if he goes for that, yeah, then I'm going to win that pawn. And then he can double rooks. Oh no, he has to deal with the threat. Depends how I take, of course. So if I go here, I only have 5 minutes left. Takes, takes, takes. Then how do I take? I can take with the knight. Knight will take, bishop takes, rook will come over. That's not looking very nice. Now I can push the pawn. Of course I can push it, then this is kind of a weakness. I can take that knight first to release some of that pressure. Then I can push it. Takes, 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 takes. I don't have enough. Okay, I'm going for this plan, and we will see how that works out. Now, if my opponent decides to defend that first, maybe there are some ideas with something like that. So here, takes, takes, takes. Maybe here. What am I doing there? No idea. Not a lot. Yeah, that is a weakness. I haven't paid attention to that. That's a mistake on my part. Okay, so he goes for that. Okay, and now comes the question, how do we take? I think I take with the bishop. Why? Because I'm also threatening that pawn. And if he takes me, I can take back and I have tempo on the rook. Tempo moves are nice. And the knight cannot come in, which is nice. Okay, so he takes. This is an important tempo move, I think, because that allows me to swing a rook over eventually. But he doesn't is interested in that. I can get my knight here to protect everything. I can also give up the pawn. Maybe activate the rook. And if he takes, I go for some counterplay here. That is something I can definitely consider. I'm still up a pawn. So here takes, I go in. Oh, I cannot come in. The knight is covering. Oh, and also the knight is actually attacking that pawn. Well, that's not good. Actually, I missed that detail. That's an important detail I missed. I can start pushing the pawn, but then I will lose that. And then he's also attacking that pawn. Not good. I think we go for counterplay. And if he takes, that's not good. It's really not good. That's just really bad. This is the only tempo move I have. And I'm going to play it. It's a tempo on the rook. I protect the pawn. And the rook needs to make a decision here. Now it can go there. But in that case I have time to defend. I can also attack. But I have the feeling that I'm helping my opponent in that case. Yeah, you can attack my knight on the very next move. So maybe a5 is what I need to play. Okay, so let's... He's going to win a pawn. I don't want that. Do I play this? Then he's going here. Can also attack the knight, protected by the knight. Then the knight has to move. Maybe it moves here. And then I attack the rook. Maybe that's the way to go. Oh, that's a small detail. Oopsies. Damn. I'm missing a lot of things here. Okay, well, time to give up the pawn. It is what it is. It is what it is. This move was mandatory. There's just no other way around it. I had to play that move. Yep, that's a pawn. And now we are in an equalish endgame. Okay, time to activate the rook. Well, the only thing I have going on in the position is the fact that my opponent has doubled pawns. That is the only thing. So if he decides to double up, I think I will just take, and then try to activate my king here and bring my rook to one of those files. Yes, so here, and if it here, I'm going here just to defend this this mess. Now I have a 3-on-2, so maybe I can make something happen there. First I'm going here, because this is a legitimate threat. If I can win a pawn, that's awesome. And then I have to decide if I want to push these pawns up. I don't think I am. Yep. Now this is a big question. Do we trade rooks? Do we have enough going on? I'm going to. And this is, maybe I should have gone up first and then here, so my queen is a little bit closer to the center. But I'm hoping that my pawn majority here, the 3-on-2, will be sufficient enough to create a passed pawn. Interesting king and pawn endgame. Well, this should be a draw in normal circumstances. Okay, so the king wants to come in, so I think I just play this just to avoid king infiltration. Here I will push by. If not, maybe that's an idea. But maybe not. Maybe not. This pawn is doing a good job. And if he is going to push there, I think I will push by. Yep, and if he tries to create a passed pawn, I will just lock it up. Push everything. And I need to start working on the right side of the board. Yep, so I will push by. See what my opponent is going to do. If he finds a way to force an undoubling of the pawns, like in this move, for instance, That looks like a strong move. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to deal with that. Okay, so he's not going for that. Maybe he's preparing this. Do I play a5 in that situation? I think I do. But what if he pushes there? Do I take? That's dangerous. Then I'm losing all my pawns. Here, that's of course ideal. That's the idea. But here, I'm not so sure what to do. Now I can push. He can take. That's not good. I think I will leave it there for now and just start pushing here. Now how do I push the pawns? Here. That's not good. So maybe I start with this move. Yes. And then here I can just take it. Okay, so now we have a beautiful sort of a standoff there. Now what's going to happen, I don't know. I actually don't know. But what I do know is I can create a passed pawn here on the right side. So there should be my focus. Now I want to play f4, f5, king up. Yes. So if I take, yeah, the king can come in, but it cannot really enter. Because of the pawn structure. Yes. So it's difficult for him to enter. So I will play this move. Now the king cannot also not go there, so it has to go back if it wants to make progress. If it decides to go in, I can just bring my king up. Yeah, these pawns are doing a great job in restricting the king. I can play this move. And yeah, if he plays that, then I have a passed pawn that's unstoppable. Let's play that. Now he's in some sort of zugzwang now. So he has to move the king. There we go. Now I can bring my king up. This is going into the right direction. 1 minute and 50 seconds left. A very interesting king and pawn endgame here. So he goes there. I think I go this direction. If I go here, yeah, I leave the king can enter. Maybe I need to calculate that. I can also go there. Takes. Yeah, let's do that. Let's create a passed pawn here on the right side of the board. Takes. Now I can push this one. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's create a passed pawn. Force the king. Use this pawn as a deflection. The king has to take that pawn. So takes. And then I'm going here, pick up all the pawns. I can also here. Oh, so here, 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 here. No, that's just... let him take that pawn. I will take all these pawns. And that's... this is the most easiest win. And now all we have to do is give checkmate with the king and queen. He resigns. He believes me that I can handle that. Well, that's the power of double pawns. I was not very secure if I could win that endgame, but yeah, we did because of the double pawns. But I missed some subtleties in the middle game. Yeah, I also made a huge blunder. Yeah, it's not my best game by far. But I love the end game. Let's quick scan the analysis here. Let's see what the good moves were and the bad moves. And of course, after the recording, I will analyze it in more depth. Yeah. Okay, so it was not the best move, but it was a good move. Kicking the bishop out was better. And what's the benefit of doing that? Is that just to have some more space? Yeah, and then g5, and then that whole idea. All right. Something to keep in mind. So I take the pawn. Now I take the bishop. Yeah, that was not the best move. Developing the knight first. Yeah, it's always difficult in these situations to figure out what's the best move because there are so many possibilities. Yeah. Oh wow, I missed an opportunity to fork pieces. Oh, I had a check. I had a check first. And what about this? Then I can take the pawn. And this pawn, if everything is hanging, I can even go there. Yeah, that looks like a more solid option. Yes. Okay, I missed that. Check captures attacks. Yeah. Ooh. This is the blunder. This is the blunder I made. Taking the knight. Oh, that's so smart. Ah, that's really smart. Removing the defender. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Of course. Basic tactics. He can just sacrifice the rook for 2 pieces. And that should be completely winning for him. Yep. I didn't even consider that. Wow. Yeah. Okay, so takes. That was a massive exchange. And here we go. Yeah, and at this moment, I am plus 1.1. So, but it's equal to a draw. Oh, that was the wrong move. Interesting. And bringing the king was slightly better. That was a good move. But now I start working on the other side. Yeah, that's the wrong move. What should my opponent have done here? b5. b5, yes, that's an excellent move because now he can also play that and get rid of his double pawns. Yeah. And then I should have taken. Yeah, and he can drive this pawn through and create a pass pawn here. It was his best option, but he pushed the wrong pawn. Now I can take, and now everything is locked up there. Yeah, now he's lost. Yep. And now I can just scoop up all the pawns. Yep. And that's game over. Wow. Not a clean game. But nonetheless, we won that. And yeah. Thank you. Enough to learn from that game. Thank you for watching. Hope you liked the video. Enjoy the rest of your day, and then I will see you back tomorrow for a new game.